This one says 47 minutes though. Maybe 2000 fast. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. This is obviously Ariel coming back to you guys on the Kooky app for another collab little video. This is going to be one of my first like sit down videos, so I hope you guys enjoy this. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about K-pop ticketing. Now, if you guys don't know anything about me, hi, my name is Ariel Cecilia. Subscribe if you want. But I have been living in Korea for 1.5 years now, and I also have been to Korea many times in the past to attend concerts. So I think I kind of know a little bit about like the ropes of concert ticketing in Korea. But I'm just going to very like kind of easily explain all of the concert ticketing tips that I can give you guys, and also just run down like what kind of like the flow of concert ticketing happens in Korea. And then I do have a vlog portion which I've already shot, but we are going to be taking you guys to ticketing. I did succeed at ticketing, just letting you guys know, and it was pretty successful, so I will obviously show you guys that footage as well at the end. But yeah, let's start off with it. So what I do want to start off with saying is that every single company is different. Every company does ticketing in a different way, and so you have to know what group you want to see in concert and what company they're under, because each company does things differently. Each company uses different websites, and so I cannot speak on behalf of every single K-pop group in the entire industry. That would be a little bit extreme, but I do know like hype groups and SM groups pretty well, JYP groups as well, so I will speak on behalf of those groups, also YG groups as well, because I have done ticketing for Treasure, so I'm going to speak more on behalf of those. And then if you guys want a little update to this video on like festivals and those kinds of things in Korea, the ticketing is way different from that, from like regular K-pop concerts. So if you guys want a part 2 to this video, you can obviously let us know in the comments down below. We'd love to hear from you guys what you guys want to see. But basically how it works is there's always going to be a time where first they're going to announce the concert. When they announce the concert, they usually post like an information about the concert as well. And my first piece of advice for all of you is to please get fan club for whatever group you are looking to get into. So if you guys are into hype groups, get on Weverse and get a fan club. For JYP groups, their fan clubs are yearly, so you have to wait for the recruitment period. Hype groups, you can always just like join their fan club. And then SM groups, they're now doing them through the Kwangya Club and the SM Town website. But please, my first piece of advice is to get your group's fan club, because if you don't have fan club, it is harder to get tickets. I will just say having fan club makes things so much easier, and it's just like so much better. So please get fan club. My second piece of advice will be is that most of the ticketing happens on 2 websites. Now, there are a lot of different websites in Korea, but the 2 that I know the most of, and the 2 that I've used the most in my 1.5 years of living here, are Interpark and Yes24. And I want to just tell you guys, there is global sites to both of them. You don't need to have a Korean visa. You don't need anything to use these sites. You can use PayPal with these sites. You can use international credit cards with these sites, and these sites are global, so it will all be in English. I will recommend, if you guys do want to get tickets and you obviously don't have a Korean bank or don't have any friends that speak Korean, or you don't speak Korean yourself, please sign up with the global sites. It will make your life so much easier. And just in general, you can't sign up for the Korean sites, because the Korean sites you do need to have a Korean phone number for. So again, if you're coming here for vacation or like a short time, please just sign up for the global sites. They all have global sites. You can just look up Yes24 ticket, Interpark ticket in English, and you can find the sites super easily, and the sign up is super easy. But basically what happens is when these concerts start, they will post an announcement and saying that, you know, like fan club sales will be from this date to this date. General sales will be from this date to this date. Now, I will say not every single group, but most groups do translate these notices, so don't get worried about that either. Like, all you have to do is literally follow your faves on Twitter and just kind of look for when they're having these concerts and when they're having these announcements. It's really not that hard, I promise. I know a lot of people think ticketing is really complex, but I swear it's quite simple if you think about it. Now, I will just point out one thing. I do know a lot of hype groups. I stand a lot of hype groups. So Hype does ticketing a little bit differently, where they do a raffle system. If you guys know BTS or TXT and Hypen, you probably will know of the raffle system. But basically that means if you have fan club for that group, you can apply for the raffle, and the raffle just means that if you win it, you will get a seat picked for you, and you don't have to do ticketing at all. So I will suggest, if you guys are interested in hype groups, to join the raffles, because if you win the raffle, it makes ticketing so much easier because you don't have to do anything. Now, obviously not all groups have the raffle system, so I will just go into fan clubs. Again, fan club ticketing is different from general ticketing. If you do not have fan club, you cannot do fan club ticketing. Now, what's going to happen is they're going to tell you what day you need to do fan club ticketing, but before that day, there's going to be fan club verification day. So basically all you need to do is just put your fan club number into that specific website on a specific day. And again, in the notices, it will tell you all of this. I promise you, it's really not that hard as long as you're following your faves and as long as you are looking at the notices. So in this notice, it'll say verify your fan club from this day to this day, and then fan club ticketing will be from this day to this day. Super simple, I promise you. So say that you verified your fan club and now it's day to do ticketing. All you have to do is go to that website at that specific time and ticket normally. So you'll have a queue system. If you guys know Ticketmaster, the little running man, oh, he comes back. And then you just wait in the queue for when it's your time, and then you just select the ticket ticket you want if you can get it. Obviously, as you guys know, ticketing is a very, very difficult process, and sometimes when you click a seat, it doesn't let you get it, but once you can get a seat in your cart and you pay for it, you are good, I promise you. But obviously, if you do not have fan club ticketing, there is also general ticketing, so if you wait for general ticketing, it's usually at the last second. But please, 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 please note that if you have to wait for general ticketing, all of the good seats will probably most likely be taken already, because fan club gets priority seating. Fan club always gets the good seats. Now, if it's a hype group, raffle gets the best seats. So you have to remember that order: raffle, fan club, general, or just fan club general. So please remember that that order is really important. Now, a lot of you guys might be asking again, how do you sign up for fan clubs? Like I said, hype, go to Weverse. JYP is through VLive, but VLive again is kind of different. Again, just look up your group, look up fan club, and I'm sure there's somebody that can help you out there. But I honestly just recommend you guys, as simply as I can put it, get the fan club for your fave, and it will make your life so much easier. Now, if you guys aren't able to get the fan club for your fave, don't worry, there is general ticketing for every single concert, but just remember that 1, it could be sold out by general, and 2, the good seats will be taken by general. I want you guys to just know that in advance so you don't get your heart broken, because that's just a fact at the end of the day, because they do give fan club priority seating or even raffle priority seating. So this specific day that I went to the PCbong, I was going for Stray Kids. I did have fan club for Stray Kids, and I did check in my membership on the specific days that JYP posted, and then I went to ticket on that specific day. And I will tell you guys, it's better to have a lot of browsers open. I don't know about having your device signed in on multiple devices, to be honest. I've only really done ticketing like on either my own device at home or at a PCbong, like one computer, but I did have multiple tabs open, and I had like the website open on multiple tabs. I always do my ticketing if I go to a PCbong in incognito mode. That just means that it doesn't save your data. I mean, they kind of do, but like not really. I don't know why, it's just like a thing of me. And I always have the time on the computer. So like I have the current time in Seoul always on the computer, so that when it hits the button exactly like 8 p.m, I can just completely hit the button. Now, I will be honest with you guys, I've been ticketing obviously for a while now, so I will give you guys a piece of advice. Yes24, the global site, works so much better than the Korean site, in my personal opinion. I know Interpark Global is not that good, but if I did have to pick a favorite, my favorite is ticketing on Interpark. I don't really like Yes24 because, again, the payment options, if you guys do have that Korean phone number and you are using the Korean sites, Interpark has Kakao Pay, which is one of the easiest systems to use here, and Yes24 has Naver Pay. Naver Pay, I hate Naver Pay. But yeah, I did, when I went ticketing for Stray Kids, have it up on my computer and on my phone, because they do have apps for all of these things. And again, the apps can be in English, so please don't worry about it. If you are on the global site, they are 100% in English. But again, one major thing I want to remind you guys is, if you are going to verify your fan club, make sure to verify it on the global site if you're looking to purchase with an international card. If you want to verify on the Korean site, you can only verify on one, is what I'm trying to say. So you have to pick between the Korean site or the global site. Now, again, if you do not have that Korean phone number, if you do not have that Korean card, please do not try to make an account. Just make a global account and verify on that account. I promise you, it'll just make your life so much easier. And for you guys who are wondering, you cannot verify fan club on multiple accounts. It has to be in the same name. One thing I will tell you guys is, when you are signing up for these accounts, if you guys are an international person like myself, I am American and I have a middle name, you need everything on everything. I'm gonna tell you guys this, and I really don't hope anyone makes this mistake. Please, if you have a first name and a middle name, make sure on the first name slide you put your first and your middle. Has to be exactly like your passport, or they will not accept you in. I will be honest with you guys, Korea is very, very, very extreme on like verification stuff, and so if your first name is on but your middle name is not, they will not let you in. And also, if you make a membership account without your middle name, but then you make an account on Interpark or S24 with your middle name, they will not allow it to be verified because you don't have that name. So again, if you guys have 2 middle names, 3 middle names, you need everything on these accounts, so please make sure to keep that in mind. But yeah, like I said, I did use my phone and my computer to get the Stray Kids tickets, and my phone got in faster, so I got the tickets through my phone. It was very simple. Honestly, I really prefer the Yes24 app than the Yes24 browser, because on the website it's kind of confusing, but the app is really simple. Again, they do have these websites in English. You do not have to know Korean to get these tickets. Just sign up for the Korean sites. Now, I will just say, like I said earlier, I am very familiar with bigger groups, but with smaller groups, I've really never done ticketing. So if these smaller groups are using different websites, I cannot confirm that there are global sites. But majority of the bigger groups that you might want to come to see concerts of, I promise you they will have global sites. Like, I promise you, you do not need to know Korean to get these. However, again, a lot of the notices are translated into English, but if they're not, please just take a screenshot and translate it yourself. I promise you, you guys, it is not as hard as people that make it out to be. They make it out to seem that it's so complicated to get tickets here in Korea, but I promise you the global sites work just as well as the Korean sites, so do not worry. Like I said, it's quite simple. Make sure you have fan club, make sure you're registered in your full name everywhere, and you will get tickets to see your faves, guys. I can promise you that. I will just say I do prefer going to PC Bongs for ticketing. One, because this fun, and two, because I don't have Wi-Fi in my house actually, so it's just easier for me to go to PC Bongs. But you do not have to go to a PC Bong to do ticketing. They do have faster Wi-Fi, but if you guys are in a dorm room or in a hotel room, that will totally work as well, as long as you have your phone or your computer. Now again, it's not going to be as stressful as you think. I promise you, you guys, like, you can do it. But make sure if you guys have the Korean phone number to sign up for the Korean account. If you guys do not have a Korean phone number, and especially if you want to check out with a foreign card, you have to do global. They only take Korean bank accounts on the Korean sites, and yeah, you guys will be fine. Make sure you got your fan club and you'll be fine. I hope that answers everyone's questions. I hope that was like as simply as I could put it. I know it's a little bit confusing, but I promise you, once you get into it and once you start ticketing here, it is a breeze, and you do it like without even thinking, basically. But yeah, if you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments down below. I would love to speak with you guys and talk with you guys about ticketing. If you guys want to know what concerts I've been to, let me know. And yeah, thank you guys so much to the Kooky app, and obviously to every you guys for watching this. I hope this was helpful. We're gonna get into the vlog right now, and you guys can see my whole Stray Kids experience. So let's get it.
내게 한 가지 소원을 묻는다면 사랑이란 것을 목매달리지 않게 해줘. 난 그냥 자유롭게 멀리 날아가고 싶어. 가끔 모든 것이 너 잡는 것처럼 느껴지네. 이 세상은 무지개 세겠지만 나는 흑백 속에 살아가고 있게.
And for everyone who's wondering, I just want to mention that they do have like a global booking. So like I said earlier, they do have global booking. So just, if you hit here, you don't even have to access this website at all in Korean. I just personally do because that's my personal choice, like I mentioned earlier. But if you click here, they do have global booking. Just remember, like I said earlier, if you try to authorize your fan club in global, you can only check out in global. If you authorize your fan club in Korean, you can only check out in Korean. And obviously Korean means you need like a Korean bank and all that stuff, but global, you can use global cards. So just want you to keep that, guys, in mind. But yeah, ticketing starts in almost 2 minutes, which is really exciting. So let's see how it goes. You guys are enjoying a very fun time lapse of me probably screaming and crying. So hope y'all enjoy. Oh, 2000. Okay. This one says 47 minutes though. Maybe 2000 fast.
사람들은 손가락질하며 난 올려대. 그지만 우린 날 수 있게 더 이상 상대하지 않기를.
I got floor. But yeah, as you guys saw, I got really good tickets to Stray Kids. I actually got second row. I am so excited to see them in September. But yeah, I hope you guys understood everything. And again, if you need any help or if you need any kind of guidance with ticketing, please leave them in the comments below. I'm going to try to answer as many comments as I can. And I know the Kooky staff members as well know ticketing as well. So we're both going to try to give you guys our best advice in the comments. But yeah, I love you guys. I obviously love the Kooky app. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye, everyone. Mwah.